Hello and welcome to this episode of the Arctic Dungeon Master. Today is going to be a little bit different. It's not crafting, it's not how to be a better DM or some tips or anything like that. I'm just coming at you with some crazy hair. I'm talking about how I store my skinny minis and maps from Dungeon in a Box. Now usually I keep them in the boxes that you see behind me, so you see some year 3 and there's year 1 up there. Year 2 is tucked under someplace else, and it's actually underneath the desk. That's where they're at right now until my players decide whether they want to do year 2 or do a different campaign. But until then, or until I need them. So like I was going through earlier, picking out some gnolls from year 2 that I'm going to be using in my Out of the Abyss campaign. But and then they go into my binder. So I'm not as cool to have gotten the Kickstarter binder for the skinny minis. I'm poor and cheap, and so I put them in a $3 binder from Walmart. So this cost $3. It's a 3-inch binder. They call this a D-ring, and if you're in the steel business, this is not a D-ring, but hey, they call this a D-ring, so that's cool. One of the cool features about this is I use a pencil pouch to store the bigger skinny minis that do not fit in the sleeves, but mainly what I have is the bases. So I got some of the original bases, and then I got the newer, better edition, sturdier bases in the pencil pouch, along with the bigger monsters. Now I do plan on fixing that by getting some 3x3 pages, but for right now this works just great. But I'm just pulling out a page just to show you what I got going on. So here's the first page, and it has an assortment of minis, skinny minis. So we got some of the wonderful creatures from year 1, but the cool thing about these pages is that no matter which way I hold them, the minis do not fall out, and that is just perfect and great because I can flip through the pages really quickly in case I forgot something, which, let me be honest, I have forgotten a mini or two. Case in point, when I was DMing the Hunt for the Thessal Hydra, I thought I had everything, had read everything, and one of my players was like, hey, I have a Mastiff as a familiar. I had no idea that any of the characters had a familiar, and I was able to grab the skinny mini binder and flip through, get a Mastiff, and boom, everything was taken care of. But none of the minis were flying out, which my previous idea was to use the trading card pages, and those did not work at all. And I came across these coin pages on Amazon, and this is actually the second set that I bought. The first set, I'm going to show you those. They're great, but they're only good for one size. So I could put little tiny minis in these pages, but I do not because I made the mistake of purchasing the little tiny squares before. So this is just like the previous one, except as you can see, little tiny pages. You're gonna see a lot of my backside, and I apologize. I know you like this pretty face. Anyhow, same thing, except even better, these are really tighter, but I can move these all around and boom, they do not move, shift. So as you can see, I have some goblins in here, which by the way, I love goblins. I have the gnomes from the Clockwork one shot. I got some wolves. I got some of those little wing drakes. I got that worm thing. Let's see, I said wolves. I got some little halflings. This might be a harpy. just all kinds of cool little creatures all in this page. Totally great. Have used these one too many times, let me tell you. There's even some crap on the pages themselves that I don't know where that came from. But if I was to take the mini out, they're gonna be perfect. If my fat fingers can do it. So as you can see, even though there is crap on the page, the mini itself is, oh yeah, the mini itself is just peachy. Boom, there we go. Yeah, see, the mini is clean. Now to put it back in the page, boom, easy peasy, love this. Now the little tiny ones do not have a little strap to keep everything in, and that's perfectly cool. But if I was to go to the bigger one, and let me just use my page of Drow. See, I have a page completely full of Drow. As you can see, some of them are doubled up. So these two are doubled up. Some others would normally be doubled up, but I'm actually using them in my Out of Abyss campaign. And that's perfectly cool. But what I like about these is that there's a little strap here. You can see this little strap, and the top of the thing goes in. So if I want to open them, I just push it out. Then I can get in, get the mini that I want. When I want to put it back in, I just lift that thing, put this top back, and because of that little sleeve dealio thing, I'm able to do this. So that right there is how I store the skinny minis when I'm not using them. After, of course, I've used them. So as soon as I figure out what we're going to be doing after we finish the Secrets of Greenwold, then that, of course, will be how I decide where to put all of the skinny minis that I've got for year 2. So as we go through each box for year 1, they magically go into this binder until I use them for a different campaign. And now the maps. So I have all the maps from year 1 and some of the one-shots, and I even have other maps in this accordion binder. Now you say other maps, and I say yes. I have in the first 2 pouches maps for the Odyssey of Dragons. So I got these with a DM screen, and they instantly went in here. Ironically, I have not used these maps except to teach my 6-year-old how to read a map. But in the back 3, you can see that I have, actually, yes, the back 3, I have all the maps for the Secrets of Greenwold and all the one-shots, well, most of the one-shots. I stopped getting them out for the one-shots because they stopped being cool. So here's the map for the Secret of Greenwold and the little campaign marker tracker things. So I always bust out this, and if I ever need a map while in the middle of gameplay, I can just instantly know that I need to come grab this. I pull them out, I go through them, get whichever one I need, and they're all conveniently stored. I I don't have them laid out special. This is outdoors, this is cave terrain, this is city terrain, this is village. That would make too much sense, and that would require planning that I have not put forth effort like that in. The system currently works great for me because I usually have what I want pulled out, set in the box, because I'm still doing things by boxes. And you know, the great thing about these maps is, like I've said before, you can use them in other campaigns, and I just haven't done that yet. Interesting enough, I just have not done that yet. I've done a lot of, I got battle maps, so that's what I use a lot of. Just throw those down, throw some terrain on, and go from there. But I still love these maps. They're still useful. I just need to use them, I guess. But that's how I store my maps, in this accordion binder. So binders are really the secret to my storage success. Just these two binders here, and this binder here that has the Skinny Minis. I have more blank pages of the squares to fill. Well, you can't see. Hold on. So I still have the little tiny things. I got this much that I can do. I got this much of the bigger ones, and I still need to buy the bigger 3x3s to store the bigger minis in. I also want to get more pencil pouches so that I can separate the old style of bases from the new style of bases. And I also want to get, if you can see, another pencil pouch to store. I got up on that top shelf, way up on the top with the Batman action figures. I got the two bigger Skinny Minis, the Fire Giant, Old King Cole, and then the toy Gollum from this past year. So both of the Christmas one-shots, I got those Skinny Minis up there because they are huge and they are awesome to look at. But I can't always keep them up on that shelf forever. Eventually, one day, hopefully, I will print something awesome on my 3D printer that will go up there. Or maybe I want to throw up another dragon because I am addicted to dragons. Dragons are awesome. I am a dragon hoarder. And those are on another 2 shelves over there. I hope it's just 2. Hopefully okay, maybe 3 shelves if you count the top part of the shelf case. You're probably laughing at me and saying, yes, that counts. So 3 shelves. So maybe not, I don't think it's encroaching on a 4th shelf. That would just be too embarrassing. But anyhow, I want to have all that stuff probably together. So that's why I want to take the awesome minis from up there and put them down here. Maybe I'll keep the Toy Gollum out. The Toy Gollum is probably my favorite Skinny Mini that I got. But as you can see, this is my Skinny Mini and map storage. They don't take up that much space. Usually this is on a shelf in the back, and then the Skinny Mini binder is on my bookcase over there, which is why it's never been shown before. So as requested, I have shared with you guys how I store my Skinny Minis. If I haven't seen how you store your Skinny Minis, hit me up in the comments, let me know how you store them. I love chatting with you guys on YouTube. I spent an afternoon this past Sunday, nope, actually this past Saturday, chatting with you guys on YouTube, answering back your comments. I had a blast. I didn't know that many people watched these videos and paid attention. Let's be friends. Chat in the comments below. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching this video from the Arctic Dungeon Master. If you enjoyed it, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you can get notifications. And if you really, really liked it, please think about supporting this channel by clicking on the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below. Every little bit helps. Thanks, guys. See you next week.